On August 15, 1947, India woke up to a new dawn. The British rule had ended. India was finally free. The long struggle for independence was over. People were filled with hope and joy. They celebrated this historic moment. It was a fresh start for a nation that had endured centuries of colonial rule. But freedom came with its own set of challenges. The country was divided into India and Pakistan. This partition led to a massive refugee crisis. Millions of people were displaced from their homes. They had to find new lives in unfamiliar lands. The pain of partition left deep scars. This was a difficult period for the newly born nation. The task of building a new nation was daunting. India was a land of diverse cultures, languages, and religions. Leaders had to find ways to unite these diverse groups. They had to create a sense of national unity. It was crucial to establish a system that would work for everyone. The future of India depended on it. One of the biggest challenges was the refugee crisis. Millions of people had been displaced during partition. They needed food, shelter, and medical care. The government had to act quickly to help them. Refugee camps were set up. Resources were mobilized to provide aid. People also came forward to help their fellow citizens. Another challenge was the task of nation building. India was a diverse country. There were many different languages, religions, and cultures. Leaders had to find a way to unite these diverse groups. They had to create a sense of national identity. This was not an easy task. The government decided to adopt a democratic system. This meant that everyone would have a say in how the country was run. People would elect their leaders. This was a bold step. It showed the world that India was committed to democracy and equality. India adopted a parliamentary form of government. This meant that the people would elect representatives to parliament. The parliament would then choose the government. This system was based on the British model. India also adopted a written constitution. This document outlined the basic principles of the country. The Constitution of India guaranteed fundamental rights to all citizens. These included the right to equality, freedom of speech, and freedom of religion. The Constitution also established a federal system. This meant that power was shared between the central government and the state governments. The drafting of the Constitution was a long and complex process. It involved many debates and discussions. But finally, on January 26, 1950, the Constitution of India came into effect. This was a historic moment. It marked the birth of the Republic of India. After independence, India had to focus on economic development. The country was poor. Many people were living in poverty. The government had to find ways to improve the lives of its citizens. They had to create jobs and opportunities. The government launched a series of 5 year plans. These plans outlined the government's goals for economic development. The plans focused on developing key sectors like agriculture, industry, and infrastructure. The government also invested in education and healthcare. The early years were challenging, but slowly India started to make progress. The economy began to grow. New industries were set up. People started to see improvements in their lives. India was on the path to development. Over the last 6 decades, India has undergone a remarkable transformation. The country has made significant progress in many areas. Poverty has been reduced. Literacy rates have gone up. Life expectancy has increased. India has emerged as a major economic power. However, challenges still remain. Poverty, inequality, and corruption are still major problems. The government needs to continue its efforts to address these issues. India's journey is far from over. The country has the potential to achieve even greater things in the years to come. If you're interested in learning more about India's journey after independence, please contact Anil Sir. He is an expert on this topic. You can also subscribe to our channel for more informative videos. Don't forget to leave your comments and share your thoughts.